Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. When we left things off, we had just set up a moon base, and the moon base had tons and tons and tons of power. Unfortunately, what I did is I looked up the length of a day on the moon, basically, like how long I'd be in the shade. I think the total time is just a little over 6 hours, or sorry, a little over 6 days, which means a night on the moon lasts about 3 days, or about 18 hours, in the Kerbal system. And while we do have enough battery life to survive all that just using life support, we don't if the lab is running. We actually don't get a very good update on the life support monitor. It only gives you stats based on actual life support systems, but that's what it appears to be the case. Don't worry about these negatives. That just seems to be how the system works. So what I had to do is turn off everything in our moon base, other than life support, to make sure everything is okay, and I'm shipping a giant battery to the moon. This is the mission called Coppertop. So this is going to be introducing something that we haven't done yet, which is to say a relatively precise landing, because we need to make sure we land where our base is, which is right over here. So I'm going to set that as a target, and that is where we want to land. Now, first of all, we are not lined up quite correctly. So ideally we do the burn at our descending or ascending node, but as is, I'm gonna go ahead and do a burn here. So we're gonna be in orbital plus normal because we're coming in too low. So we're gonna wanna burn effectively upward here and push the blue line so that we are above our landing spot. Something like that is pretty good. I mean, we're going to try to land as close to possible on top of this thing, but I do have wheels as well, because it's unlikely that we're going to land literally right next to it without... I mean, we'd have to get very lucky and also not burn the thing. So we're going to want to land within driving distance and then just rover over there, basically. So we do have our connection to the satellite system. This is an unmanned probe. And I do have the lander script copied in here, but we may or may not have to do things a little bit more manually. We'll see how it goes. I think it's perfectly fine for us to go ahead and do a bit of a retrograde burn here. We still have an extra stage going on, so I'm just going to burn here. Yeah, it's going to drop the Apo on the Peri on the other side, but it's still going to lower our orbit here, and we're just going to try to get it. There we go, something like that. And then what we'll do is we'll do a full... we'll do our full horizontal deburn right when we're roughly on top of it. How much delta V do I have in this stage? 160. So I'm going to probably warp to here. Let me do a little quick save before we do a warp, because every now and again you click on the wrong part of the orbit and it spins you right round in a way you're not happy about. Yes, we'll have plenty of connections. Heck, we're going to have line of sight to the ground station, which means we are now steering our probe from down there, so it gets rid of any signal latency and all that. Okay, we are in retrograde. I'm going to go for full burn on our current stage. It's got 5 seconds left. Then we'll go ahead and separate off. Okay, I'm going to kill the fuel. I'm going to separate, and one more to light the engine. Do a little bit of that to put some distance between us. Switch to this mode, and... just go for this burn, and we'll want this blue line to just basically overshoot our landing site a little bit, because as we continue to descend, we're still going to be sort of burning anti-sideways and killing some of our horizontal distance. So we're going to do that. I may do... Ooh, we are not lined up quite as much as I would like. Is it too late to burn normal at this point? That's the target mode. It is not. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter what mode I'm in when I'm using this here. So, I guess that's as close as we can zoom in as possible. Okay, that is roughly decent. But I do want to be in surface mode. Target mode would be mostly useful, but I think I mostly want to be in surface mode to execute the landing correctly. Since this thing isn't moving, I suppose target mode would be pretty effective, but yeah. So do I just want to run the lander script at this point? It would kill some more of the horizontal speed, so I think no. I think I might bring this in completely manually. Or activate the lander script like right at the end when I'm happy that we're hovering over the destination. Now, what I could have done is orbited a little bit longer and then the full retrograde burn to kill our horizontal velocity when we were directly above the site, but it's not quite as efficient. Dun, 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 dun. So I think, at this point, we can pretty much speed things along a little bit. Yeah, our speed is going to get a little bit higher, which is actually normally a good idea. To not brake as much. Get something a little bit more resembling a suicide burn. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to run a lander at this point. Oops. With a period. There we go. Set the SAS. Oh, we got to kill this. Set the SAS properly to retrograde, which is what it's supposed to be in. Couldn't do it because the flight computer was turned on. But now we've got it. There we go. It's killed our horizontal motion. And so we are going to drift a little bit further past. So let me go ahead and kill... Whoa. I got to turn off this internal IVA because anytime I hit C, it kills it completely. What do I want to do here? I'm going to go into stability assist mode because we are going to overshoot it by quite a bit now. And like that, and go for burn. There we go. And the game lags for a second. And lagging again. There we go. Alright, now go ahead and do it. At least we'll land a nice flat part over here, which is good. It's going to kill the horizontal velocity once more. So yeah, we're gonna overshoot it this way, but that'll be a lot better. And again, I could land manually, but I do like my little programming script, so what the hell. We're going to land, actually, looks like less than a kilometer away, which ain't bad. If we keep our speed at a reasonable, say, 10 meters per second, we'll get there in 100 seconds. And actually, we're closing in even a little closer. Nice. Actually, I guess because of the surface rotation speed, well, I guess the distance I was looking at was actually vertical distance. I was forgetting about the horizontal stuff. So yes, we're coming in very close to the moon base. Excellent. And a hands-off landing is going to be good. What's nice about this design compared to some of our others is it's actually like the thrust is really well centered because it's built vertically. It does have a giant reaction wheel in the middle because I know that batteries are very, very, very heavy and I want it to be responsive enough because we have a little bit of thrust vectoring on these engines, like the gimbal a little bit, but not much. This is almost certainly way too much overkill, but I wanted to make sure it was fine. So yeah, there's a little KOS module over there, our probe core, the one antenna, some solar panels, which will be useful once we do get the base set up as well. But there we have it. And it's got two connector ports already set up on the side so that we can easily plug it into the existing system. Nice little copper top mission. And each one of these is a 4K battery, so this holds a lot of power. This has got 40,000 units of electrical charge in here, which is considerably more. I think it's like triple the amount that the base has. Because we have to run that, that science lab, which burns through tons of power. To be honest, I'm not even sure if this by itself is going to be sufficient to last us through the night of the science lab running, but we're gonna, have to hope. And the script should have stopped running at this point. No, it was still running. I guess because some of the motion was still happening. Okay, so we can go and toggle the brakes. Whoa! Turn off the SAS. That'll probably help as well. Wow, that was intense. So turn off the brakes, which might start us rolling. And which way is forward? That is forward. So let me do a quick save here in case I misclick or something. That is... Is it trying to rotate instead of just steer? The answer is yes. What if I deactivate the engines? Okay, or you know what? There we go. Turn off the reaction wheel. There we go. Okay. And actually, on the probe core, can I... No, I can deactivate the probe core completely. But I can't turn off the reaction wheel from there, which is a bit annoying. There must be a mode for that. Alright. Because I don't want the whole thing to tip. Like, what's happening is if I'm hitting left, and normally when you hit left, your spaceship wants to rotate around. That's not what I want. I just want the wheels to turn. These are shut down. I guess I could lock the gimbaling as well. That might be a thing. How much Delta V do we have left in here? Oh, right. The engines are disabled, but... Yeah, we still have half a tank. If I were to turn these on... Wow. Lots of Delta V. Cool. Well, we might make use of that. I mean, certainly one thing we can do is we can pump the gas out of here into something else. What's my speed? Speed is building up because I'm going downhill. We want to be careful about that. Although, as long as we're going in a straight line, we're okay. We'll slowly tap the brakes when we get there. Right now, I'm not hitting any key at all. All the acceleration is due to the fact that we are going downhill. So we'll aim towards the base a little bit more. It'd be nice if there was little dust trails happening there. I wonder if there's a mod for that. I know there's like a contact effects mod, so you like throw sparks and stuff when you hit. But I would like it if when we're driving around on the lunar surface, we're leaving a little trail of dust behind. I mean, not a huge trail, because of course on the moon with no air, the dust doesn't really stay in the air. But if we were throwing up dirt, really is what it is. You know, every time we accelerate, we just throw a little bit of dirt behind us, which would land pretty quickly. I think that would be a cool little particle effect. But yeah, no actual dust clouds, because a cloud... Well, you need an atmosphere for a cloud, don't you? Alright. I am maybe going a little fast here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we're not accelerating more, so that's good. Yeah, we got the little rover over there. God, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Doesn't it look great? Let's take a screenshot there. Boop. I love seeing this little dude just parked over there. So what we're going to do, we're going to start tapping on the... Whoa! That was one tap on the brake. Alright, turn on the SAS. And turn the torque wheels back on. Okay. Become stable. Activate the brakes. Completely. I'm wondering if we can actually rotate ourselves. Yep, it looks like we have enough torque for that. Okay. Good. 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 Gentle, gentle, gentle. Okay, we lost some solar panels. But that's it. We can live without the solar panels. Our actual solar power generation is way more than we need. Okay, let me turn that off again. We'll disable the brakes and then just... Oh, alright, we're going backwards. So, stop. Just gently, gently, gently turn, 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 turn. Turn, 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 turn. I wonder if I should be using Q&E to rotate this thing. Because the turning radius isn't great. If I did... No, it's no good. Okay. Turn, 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 turn. And we're going to try to keep the speed super low. I guess it's pretty top heavy. That's one of the things. These battery packs are insanely heavy. And that may have been it on that brake. It just like wants to topple over. Now, with the SAS on, it's less likely to do that. So maybe I should have done that the whole time. But it was feeling kind of awkward for a little while there. Okay. At least we didn't lose any batteries. That's fine. A few solar panels. We can live without that. Okay. One tap of the brake. Fucking hell! Actually, it just put into the parking brake mode. It's not supposed to do that. Hitting B is not supposed to be a toggle for the brake. Maybe that's what's going on. Hitting B is just supposed to tap the brake for a second. What? I guess I could, like, toggle myself. No, just tapping B is just supposed to put on the brakes for, like, while you're holding B. It's not supposed to put on the parking brakes. Does it think, like, there's an Alt key or something held down? Suppose I could just hit backwards to slow down instead of using the brake, but... I'm pretty sure that's the way it's worked. It's always worked. Because I remember always being annoyed that I can't just apply the parking brake by the keyboard. I've got to go and click over here. Well, that explains that little crash when I thought I was tapping the brake once and it actually just, like, locked the brakes completely. Okay, so there should be a port over here, I think. Maybe we'll have to install it. We'll see how it goes. Gentle, 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 gentle. Yeah, I actually don't see a port here. Huh. Well, that's annoying. Maybe I'm going to have to connect it to the other side of the rover. Actually, yeah. And woo! What we can actually do is disconnect the rover, put this where the rover was connected, and then park the rover on the other side. I think that might be the thing to do. For now, though, I'll just park this right over here. Okay, a little bit backwards, slow down. There you go. And I will just connect there. And that'll be good enough for now. Because I think we can actually go from here to over here. I don't think that's too long for a connection. And, okay. Stop. and hit B, and yeah, it's locking the brakes. I don't know about that, you guys. Anyway, let's quick save before we switch ships, just to make sure there's nothing wonky that goes on. So we are on this ship, which is good. And then what we want to do is click here, and I think, was Dan Beth my engineer? I think so. And EVAU. Is that actually using him instead of being locked to the wrong thing? That's interesting. So if I hit tab, oh no, he's a scientist. Board. Who is my engineer on here? Sucks that you can't see. Nelming. I think it was Nelming. Nelming is the engineer. And again, anyone can actually do the connection now that I think about it. But it feels better to do it all with an engineer. Okay, no, you don't have to take a surface sample. Actually, I suppose, let's get it organized the way we want. That's our battery pack's still a little further than we might like, but that's going to be okay. Let's come over here. Nope. There we go. We will unlink. Good. You get yourself a little bit out of the way. And then what we're going to do is switch over to the rover. See, look here, the way the brakes are working. Only when I hold down B is it a thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just getting this out of the way of the connection port. And actually, I'm going to park it on the other side of the... Maybe the wheels are different? Maybe the wheels here have different behavior? Or maybe, you know what, when I switch back over to this thing, maybe the brakes would work the way I expect it. Because, yeah, I'm just going to tap B. Release. There we go. Wow, okay, now actually hit the parking brake. Fucking hell. I forget how heavy this is and how much it just likes to go, go, go. Okay, we are going to switch back over to... Yes, the flag. That's totally what I want to control right now. There we go. To you, and we're going to see if this is close enough. Otherwise, we might have to back up and come back around. Turning radius on this is brutally small. Come on. Oh. There it is. Link. Okay. Now come over to here. Do 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 do. I don't know if you can run on the moon. I guess you can. I think on Min-Miss, holding the run key doesn't really do much for you because you just hop more and it doesn't really go any faster. But I guess on the moon we're okay. And link. Okay. And we definitely have to make sure that our cart is always connected to our main system in some way because it doesn't have enough life support. I think there's only a day worth of life support in there. Maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. So we'll just plug it in here, which will add it to the entire life support system. And link. Good. And Moonbase Alpha, if we take a look, you have enough electricity for 19 days currently. Now, that's without the science lab running. Now, what's annoying is I'm going to go and I'm going to turn on the science lab. And it's not actually going to change the electricity remaining count. But if we're on the dark side where there's no solar panel, first of all, like the electricity remaining would start counting down, right? And it would just count down faster with the science lab on. It won't give me an estimation. But I gotta hope that that's enough. Again, only 3 days of this is only required for the life support system. So we've got 16 days worth of electricity, in a sense, that is completely dedicated to just running the science lab. And crossing our fingers that it will work. Because I don't think we can even get an estimate. Okay, grab, don't physics fuck me. There we go, board. Because we can't, even when this is running. So start research. Tells me the science rate, which is awesome. But that's it. Efficiency unknown. I don't get any information about how much electricity is being used. And the electricity remaining. It dropped to 17 days just when I boarded it. So there was an extra Kerbal inside here. So I don't actually have 19 days. I have 17 days. Because there's an extra Kerbal using electricity. And again, we only need 3 days worth to survive the dark side. So that extra 14 days, however much that converts to, better be enough to run. God, this contracts tab is so... just slows the whole game. Just kills it for whatever reason. I just want to get rid of it. The improved contracts, the contracts plus window, doesn't lag the whole game like this. Actually, I'm worried that I've just crashed it, which would be insanely annoying. I guess I did a quick save. after landing. Grind, grind, grind. Yeah, every time I mouse over the contracts window, it opens up, and then my whole computer decides to lag. And I mouse over it every goddamn time I'm trying to go to the resource window. I just got like a thinking thing going on right now. And if I check my task manager, KSP is going crazy. There we go. So now it's fine. And now like it only does that once. Now it's okay. No idea why. So anyway, electrical charge, we've got a total of 52,910 electrical charge. And the only thing is, I don't know how much this training academy uses. I suppose at this point I just start fast forwarding. Okay, let's do that. Let's put in a quick save. And let's fast forward to nighttime. The sun is actually setting. So we're about to hit night. Guess we can keep this open. And our electrical charge, there we go. I think these are still getting some power right now. Nope, 0 exposure. Okay. So our electricity remaining is not dropping, so I guess we are still getting some. Just some aren't. Electrical charge is currently still stable. I guess it's still generating power, technically. Seems a little surprising. There we go. Now it's burning off. So what I'm going to have to do is track this. If we get below, if we get below 3 days, I'll just go ahead and kill power to this thing. 1,000 and 10,000 goes fast. And whoa. Okay, we're at 3 days left. So the question is, when is the sun going to rise? Soon. But perhaps not soon enough. And again, it's not going to take 3 days for me to get from here to here, but this count, you can see it's burning like the seconds so much faster than it actually is going. Yeah, I don't think it's going to last throughout the, fucking hell. This is still not enough battery power. Alright, stop the lab. Stop research. And now, what? We're still descending faster than 1 second per second? What else is using electricity? Well, I suppose there's the scriptable system. Although I can toggle power, which is just reboot it. I can't actually turn that off. I can turn off this probe core. Nothing else there is using electricity. Still dropping a lot faster than we would like. This antenna is not on, the expensive one. I guess I can turn off this little antenna. We don't need that anymore. I mean, we've got this one running, and I don't want to turn that off. These experiments are extended, but I don't think they use electricity by being that. I suppose if I'm worried about it, I'll go ahead and close up all these experiments. Toggle. And toggle imager? Yeah, right, because there's a GUI for it as well. Toggle the bay doors. Not that that matters in the least, but what the hell? Okay, that's already closed. This one here. And we'll toggle the material bay just for the sake of completeness. And the telescope, we will shutter it. And there we go. So everything will be in there. Still have 2 days of stuff left, but this means I can't leave it unbabysat. Is this MechJeb? I can't. Oh, it's, yeah. MechJeb enabled, but it's not activated. So it shouldn't be using any power. So we should see the sunrise over here any second. Oh, nice little warning. Still has a day left of power. Suppose it's nice that it gives me the warning, because then we can switch to it maybe... No, we still wouldn't have time. Like, I had to switch this off with tons of time left. Okay, tell me the sun is going to rise in time. What the fuck? Where are we? We're here. We're in a crater, which definitely delays things a wee bit. Let's EVA for a few people. With a few people, because there's suits that'll use a little less electricity. There we go. So now we got an hour and a half. Oh, that's on Nev. Moon base, 21 minutes. EVA. Let go. Maybe the electricity remaining does not... Well, it should change. Okay, I'm not going to eject any more people. Oh. Well, Kerbal's on a ladder. Ah, because we have a Kerbal over here. That's interesting. So we can time accelerate when there's a Kerbal outside, just not when they're on a ladder. Are you kidding me? They're going to run out of electricity. I mean, they can live without electricity for a little while. Charge depleted. Yeah. Where's my goddamn sun? What the hell? Yeah, you guys still have 30 minutes. We're almost an hour without electricity in Moon-based Alpha. I think 2 hours is the critical number. Alright, my Kerbals are out of electricity, so we may as well just reboard them, because nothing has electricity now. It hardly matters. Board. And... Nope. Yep. And board. Maybe I need to start extracting fuel from here and then using a different type of reactor. Okay, we've got 30 minutes, I think, before everyone dies. Does the sun rise before that? Oh, thank God. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to send another goddamn battery pack. This is ridiculous. I can't believe how much power this stupid component needs to run. Well, listen, let's transmit the science that we've got. That's something. We made it through the night just barely. As long as we're not running the science lab, we have unlimited power here. Like, these guys are perfectly fine as long as we, well, we can run the science lab all we want during the day. And even for part of the night. Start research. Yeah, so electricity remaining is still going on. Let me add... I can't, like, add a... sort of a day life cycle. That would be nice. Just set a raw alarm for 3 days from now. To remind myself to turn off this thing. I guess I'm going to have to send another one of these damn battery packs. I think I'll do this between episodes, since you guys have already seen it, I guess. It's not particularly exciting. I mean, push comes to shove, I could have generated some emergency power, but like maybe starting one of these engines and going to a low burn, because I think they have an alternator. Maybe not. God damn. Again, just a tiny hint of sunshine, but it's enough to power the solar panels. I don't know if the terrain actually affects whether you can get sunshine or not. I'm thinking it doesn't. I think it just has a pre-calculated the sun is up now, but I might be wrong about this. I mean, there's self-shadowing. We do have a crap ton of solar panels, so any amount of sun might be more than sufficient to get anything going on. But yeah, I'm going to have to send... Another one like this will be more than sufficient at this point. I mean, we almost made it through, and each one of these is... I think this quadrupled the amount of power I had in the base source. So getting another one will only basically, at this point, sort of double how much power we've got, but that should be more than enough. So I will do that. It'll take longer to build the thing than to fly it out here and everything, but mostly we are okay. At least we sent a little bit more science back. Hooray! Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time. Don't know what the next mission will be that we have a video for, but the next mission I will fly is going to be another big stack of batteries. But see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.